I was at a crossroads of trying to find a new dermatologist, but I really was on a concern of more than just a dermatologist who was on the cutting edge of the latest techniques, but somebody who looked at an integrative, alternative, holistic 360 approach to the person. And I started researching because unfortunately I'm a classic type A personality and we have to do a lot of researching. And I came upon Dr. Whitney Bowe and I decided to go and meet with her. And I felt it was an immediate connection. The way she spoke about her ideas and concepts and just way of life resonated with me, and I felt it was like kismet. I'm not trying to look 20 anymore. I'm really more about trying to maintain and help prevent and stagnate my aging process, and more with the firming and the toning. I noticed that today's world, that everything is related with your skincare, and it really helps improve if you take care of it. It's like a beautiful canvas that you want to start with, and it's a reflection of who you are, and it builds confidence. It's very empowering to know things about your skincare and to really be able to project that confidence as you go through. I just want to be a great me for today, tomorrow, and in the future, and to have that confidence that I know that I've done everything I can to take care of my skin. You know, for me, antibiotics, I came from a family full of MDs, and I was very, very ill as a child. And, you know, with any wonderful baby in this world, all you want to do is make them feel better and heal them. And actually taking all these enormous antibiotics, they were killing me with kindness, I think. And as it continued to go through adulthood like that, because that's just the way it was, the doctor said, well, you know, if you're ill, you take another antibiotic. And I felt it was this enormous vicious circle, and I needed to find other alternatives and things to look at that could help improve my health, both internally and externally, because I really feel that they're very intertwined. You know, I was fortunate enough to learn a lot when I picked up The Beauty of Dirty Skin from Dr. Whitney Bowe, because she talked about these microbiomes and all of, you know, the ecosystem of your skin, and she talked about how the probiotics in life can really improve you, especially if you've been on antibiotics. So I started to read intently with all of the different things that were going on in there and realize how they're all intertwined and interrelated. And the most amazing thing to me about learning about all of this with my antibiotics issue, though, and everything, was the fact that she cut through all the clutter for me, and I could get to the points that I needed to, and what I could take away that could improve my life and my health and my happiness for a long-term goal. Believe it or not, due to my career and my lifestyle, for over 25 years, I was constantly traveling and on the go. I would pick up and eat whatever I could, and when I came home, the last thing I ever thought about doing was going into a kitchen. It was sort of like a big, nasty monster, the big elephant in the room, that I never wanted to approach. So that was, for me, out of all three parts, the hardest part to get into. And then I started to embrace, oh my gosh, there's so many things in here that are easy. And you know what? I don't have to be threatened by something that when you're so into being a perfectionist at everything and not understanding what it's like to not be able to fix or make something, and always be teased about that. I never knew what to do in the kitchen, you know. It was all there for show. So I actually fell in love with so many of these recipes because they built the confidence in knowing I could eat and do things quick and on the go that weren't. So like I'm obsessed with overnight oats, and you know, always making my tweaks on them here and there. And then I'm in crazy chocoholic. So the chocolate mousse was just unbelievable for me. But what I found more interesting than anything was that when you have a family, I looked at it and I thought, well, for instance, in my partner, we eat so differently, but yet we could accommodate being able to eat together with these recipes and still feel like it wasn't difficult. And you could do a myriad of different things with all of these choices that she's given you and feel and enjoy a meal instead of being on tension that you're trying to make things work for 3 or 4 different people in a family setting, which I think will be really beneficial for a lot of women who pick up this book and start to read it, that they'll be able to incorporate them and feel confident that they can enjoy these kind of meals with their family. I think one of the most important things for me is that, and I think it's sort of funny, it's okay to be a little dirty to be beautiful.